Welcome. This video will recap my second week after having double jaw surgery. I will show you what I typically ate in a day, and then I will end the video with some pictures from week 2. If you watched my previous video, which I'll link in the description box below, then you know at the end of week 1, I was just barely getting the hang of drinking from a cup. It was definitely more difficult than I anticipated. I believe this is a time that some patients could get easily discouraged if they were to focus on what you couldn't have or what you couldn't do. And I just, for myself, chose to focus on the victories and was very proud of myself for pushing forward and learning how to drink again. Throughout my second week, I got better and better, but I still wasn't quite confident to drink without looking into a mirror since I was still dealing with the numbness and it was really difficult to kind of find my mouth with the cup when I couldn't see it. I also preferred eating at a table or over the sink since I would still dribble out whatever I was attempting to drink occasionally. I also didn't know that drinking from a straw would be as impossible as it was, at least until you get your stint out. Eating, or should I say consuming calories, has been such a hardship. A common complaint I often heard in the jaw surgery community is about the liquid diet and how you starve or feel just hungry all the time, whether it's for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or 6 weeks, however long your surgeon has you on that liquid diet. And that was something I was truly dreading. I thought, I could handle the pain and everything, but just as a kid, I went hungry a lot, and I just don't like to do it now that I'm an adult unless I really have to. So I just thought it might cause me to feel kind of mentally not good. But it really wasn't that bad, and I think it's because I've just learned a few tricks of when you have a little bit of food or not too many options to make the best of it. And that's what I did. I found that a couple recipes that if I was feeling hungry or the regular things that I was drinking wasn't filling me up, then these totally did it. And I'll share those with you so that you don't have to go through feeling hungry either. This first one is making farina, or some people know that as cream of wheat, and you basically just you make it as the recipe calls, and then you dilute it, but you use cream, coconut cream if you can't do dairy, and some butter if you can do butter, and then you can use milk or water to further dilute it to get it to a consistency that you can handle. And as you'll kind of see in the video, I'm speeding it up, so hopefully you can see what happens with cream of wheat is it kind of continues to solidify. So while it was really warm, it would go down pretty fine. It was thin enough I can get it to drink. But then as it sits, it kind of solidifies more. And also as it cools, it solidifies more. So I had to keep getting up and diluting it more because it would just be so thick I couldn't get it down to my throat in order to swallow it, just because the stint's in the way, my mouth's wired shut, my muscles weren't quite working to get it back, so I was just pretty much in poor shape trying to get that farina down, but I did. And seriously, once you eat that, you're so full, you're not starving at all. My doctor wanted me to drink 1,800 plus calories a day. Some days I could hit that number, but other days I just wasn't that hungry, or the effort to drink was more than the desire to get food. I didn't beat myself up when I missed my target. I just kept my focus on getting better and eating as much as I could, and celebrated when I accomplished those goals.
5 hours later.
Yum, these chocolate milkshakes became a nightly ritual for me. They were so filling and delicious. I love them. My teeth were a little, I don't know if it was my teeth, it was more, I guess, my stitches were kind of sensitive to the coldness. And so for that reason, I did have to let things kind of get to room-ish temperature, not quite that, but refrigerated drinks kind of felt too cold for me. And then if it was all frozen like that, it was also too thick for me to be able to drink. So that was another reason I needed to kind of let it melt for me. But just adding ice cream, some whipped cream, some chocolate, and some milk, whole milk, made a very high-calorie meal before bed and helped me not to wake up so hungry.
2 hours later.
It was so good. It's your sickest boy.
I can't hear you.
I love milk. I'm talking for myself.
Kiloi si shuchach mit bizaron, kiloi